Hello, and today's case I'm going to show is a cylindroma, and this case was removed from the forehead of an adult patient, clinically thought to be a hemangioma. And as you can see on the low power, we have a large blue-looking dermal tumour, quite nodular. Whenever we see blue basaloid looking tumours in the dermis, particularly if they seem to lack an epidermal connection, always worth thinking about the possibility of a skin appendage tumour. And when we go closer down on this tumour, we can see there is evidence of duct differentiation with plentiful ducts within these islands of tumour. And this indicates that the tumour is showing sweat gland differentiation, so this is a type of sweat gland tumour. And then in terms of categorization, the next step really is to look at the pattern and the architecture and arrangement of the tumour. And this appearance here is really very typical of cylindroma. These nests of basaloid epithelial cells, often with a dual cell component, with a slightly more basaloid cell component with very scant cytoplasm at the periphery, and then in the center the cells have slightly more cytoplasm, giving them a slightly more pale appearance in the middle. And then the way they arrange themselves is typically in what is sometimes called this jigsaw puzzle-like arrangement. So the nests sort of mold themselves around each other in this rather close-fitting arrangement, as you can see here. And then the other thing we often see in cylindroma as well is quite abundant hyaline basement membrane material, which you can see here. And this is often arranged both around the nests of tumour, as you can see here, and often as well it has droplets of tumour deposited throughout. I'll see if I can find an area like that, perhaps a little bit more like this here, little droplets of tumour like that you can see within the tumour nest. Oh, here's a good example here. So here, these nice eosinophilic deposits here, also within the tumour nests as well. So all these findings together are really very typical of cylindroma, and like any adnexal tumour, benign adnexal tumour, generally the silhouette of the lesion is always very reassuring in its benign nature, being very well circumscribed and non-infiltrative. So this is a nice example of a cylindroma, a type of benign sweat gland tumour, very often found on the head and neck and especially the scalp, often just as solitary sporadic tumours, but it's important to remember and recognise that rarely patients with inherited germline mutations of the CYLD gene can develop multiple cylindromas, often in conjunction with other adnexal tumours, including spiradenomas and trichoepitheliomas, and this syndrome is known as the Brook Speedler syndrome due to that mutation of the CYLD gene.